That's so exciting. I love that you guys are so into movies and reference them so often. Oh, are you okay?
Yes.
How many times was it that we referenced it in the last episode?
It was like...
I love the episode where you guys, I feel like we should have a counter by now because
that's what I was
every
hoping
single
for. Because I was like, it would be funny if we had a counter. And I was thinking it was going to be in the
You got to start it because there's so many good movies that you guys talk about. And then it's even worse, it's disappointing because, I don't know, I think it was you that you were like, oh, I've only seen Eternal Sunshine once. I was like, what the fuck? And like, that's a movie I want to talk about all the time and the concepts in it.
It's because I've seen it once and I don't remember it very well. But she's like, all about it.
Which one?
Eternal Sunshine.
I just say Eternal. You know the one.
Fave.
Yeah. Best soundtrack. Great
Everything
casting.
it's perfect.
Baby Elijah Wood. What more do you want?
He comes out.
Yeah. He's a little douchebag in it that steals Kate Winslet's panties.
Aww.
Oh, yeah.
I would stay Kate.
Oh, that's so romantic.
Oh, a panty reader.
You're going to miss
When men
the
were men.
panty read.
I know, it's like a SpongeBob.
Oh, man. Not me. Couldn't miss one. Not one in my life. Because I'm a Scorpio.
Are you, though? Your rising is Aries.
My rising's a Capricorn.
No, sorry. Your moon is Aries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's it, then.
So
That's what it
obsessed
is.
with fighting.
Love that. It's in the air right now. This is perfect.
I'm ready to throw hands for no reason. You breathe on me wrong, let's go.
What's your what's it called? The sign that you were born with, or like
Your sun sign? Or
your
like,
sun? That's what it's
technically,
called.
That's like the
like
zodiac
the first one
sign.
you start with. That
So
whenever
what
you're
are
born, you're
you?
like, that's me. Scorpio. So I was born November 13th. Super
Okay.
cursed.
And you
And I am a Libra, October 7th.
And I'm a Capricorn. Okay.
Yeah. So
Wait, what day were you born?
Earth,
January
water.
16.
Cute.
Martin Luther King Day.
What about my day? Is my day cute?
I think so. I love a number 7.
10-7.
Oh yeah, I'm lucky.
Yeah. A 13 just said, hey, by the way,
Oh
fuck
yeah.
you.
No shit.
You got
Fuck
born,
you.
but also go fuck yourself.
Oh my god.
Congrats, asshole. This is my apology now.
No limpié mis botas. Fuck.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm an earth sign, so that's why it's dirty.
Dude, we're all doing the good thing. I love it.
Sí, señor. Yo soy de rancho.
Para que sepan, para que sepan que andaba zapateando, güey.
Soy de botas y a caballo.
I know.
Potrera.
It's so cool.
Oh my god, boot check.
Booch.
Booch.
Are we gonna kiss right now, you guys?
We're
Should we?
bootlicking.
Oh, not in this house. No, ma'am.
Bueno, hay que empezar.
Ah, sí, a huevo.
Oh yeah, the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, my name's Luna.
Hi, I'm Polly.
And I'm Ale.
And this is The Other Side.
Today we have a special guest with us, our very first.
It's
Ally,
me.
also
Hi.
known as @SpookyBooty
Yeah.
on Twitter and Instagram.
And
Yeah.
Instagram. How do you
Oh
guys
no,
know
now
each
you guys
other?
are gonna perceive me. Oh, the
Receiving
internet
is
actually.
all we can do.
Well,
Yeah.
Ali, welcome to The Other Side.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. I want to know how you guys know each other.
Internet.
The internet, yeah.
Don't you love the internet?
Twitter, I think, right?
Yeah.
2 years ago-ish.
About.
I just remember it. Wait, I think at some point you actually had a ghost as your profile picture.
Yeah, it's
That's when I
the
met
Tyler,
you.
the creator, and I think it's in the "See You Again" video, and he's by like a clothesline and stuff, and he just goes whoop. And for some reason, I think that's the most hilarious thing, and I was like, "That's me."
Yeah, I'm totally not cool. I was not from like the Tyler the Creator like era, so
No,
totally
me either.
gonna miss
I
that.
just, for some
like
reason, I
ghosts.
thought that
I don't
was
know what
really
you guys
funny.
are talking about.
Tyler the Creator?
No.
Okay, cool. So I'm not the last one in the room.
No.
Yeah.
Giant geek times.
So since 2 years ago, you guys have interacted with each other on the internet.
I literally just obsess over everything that she tweets. I'm like, that's me. Retweet and like. But then we never really
Relatable
talked to each
content.
other.
But did it-
like
Until
reply. Yeah.
I went to the draft house and she was my server, and I'm like, "That's her. I know that's her." And she
Dude,
was
that's
super
happened to me
funny.
so many times. Well, because of the band that I like Panda. Like, I have so many people on Instagram, and then I see them in concerts, and they're like, "Your hashtag." They say my username, right? And I'm like, yeah, I feel famous right now.
I constantly change mine though, so I'll never get that.
oh
You're
my-
like you're that girl.
I try to tag you and stuff, and I can never find.
I'm sorry. I tried to clear the air, guys. I promise.
That
I was just
happened to me
going
the
through a
other day
phase.
too, though. I was trying to send her
Luna.
something funny, and I was like, fuck. Like, I had to exit out and then try to find you.
Just
and then
never
go
take
back.
away Luna, because that's how I find you. Just always keep Luna in there somehow.
Okay, yeah, because all the other ones I think say Moon. I think. Whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I'm complicated.
When you're bilingual.
I'm a Libra, so I have to
can't
switch it up
decide.
every now and then.
Typical.
Okay, so what does it mean when somebody says like I'm a this, I'm a that? Like 'cause
Nothing really.
It's literally okay. First off, fair notice, I don't know anything about astrology, like zero. And before a few months ago that I started talking to Luna and some other friends that they're into astrology, I literally like never even ventured into astrology.
Well, I'm gay, so that's why I'm so
It comes with
I
it.
ended up,
You
it's just
think
part of
so?
the package. You get your
Part of the package.
Well, you get your license, and then they give you your chart, and they're like, "Here you go. This is what it means." And you take some
Your
classes,
co-star's already
and then-
downloaded on the phone.
They do it all for you at the DMV. You didn't
Oh
know
my
that?
God,
Yeah,
that's
you
so
register.
funny.
you're
It's like organ donor, but it's
Yeah.
like a pride flag.
yeah, it's
next
just
to
gay.
it.
Oh my God, thank you.
So I didn't know anything about astrology. I knew I was a Capricorn because I mean that's like a pretty simple, basic thing that I think everybody knows about themselves. But I didn't even know that this whole other world existed of
like, the
your
charts
chart
and stuff.
and that the time that you were born by minutes, like it literally matters so much for your chart. I didn't know that, and at the beginning I was like, I think skeptical, as a lot of people are, that astrology, it can't be the same thing for a lot of people. Like, how are all Capricorns the same? But as I started looking into it and discover the whole chart, I'm like, okay, this is literally like a personality, and this is how I interpret astrology. So everybody has a different personality and different aspects and layers of it, and I think that's what makes your chart. So for example, I'm a Capricorn sun, right? Yeah. But then I didn't know that I had
Like
what
all
is it,
this
my
other stuff.
moon, my
It's so funny when
ascendant.
yeah. So this episode we're gonna be talking about
by the
our
way.
main three.
By the way,
Our big three. That's how you say it in the Astro Twitter community. It's like, hey, what's your big three? It's like, I'll tell you right now.
It's like first date stuff.
No,
You go
no,
like,
it's
what's the big
important.
thing?
And some people will laugh about it and they're all like, oh my God, you care about that? And it's like, I so care about that. It's important.
there's some meme going around that says when you're texting your crush and they're like, so what time were you born? And they're like, oh my
You
God.
text your mom,
And
like,
they'll be
"Yeah,
texting the
what time was I
mom.
born?" She's
It's
like,
like,
"Quit
don't-
talking to
Yes!
some
I've seen that
that's
one.
for sure.
Don't talk to her.
Dude,
She's
oh
not a
my
good
God.
one.
No, but I literally didn't know that this whole other world existed with astrology.
It's super fun. I feel like it's really, because there's so many times when, of course, like I've always been into astrology because I grew up with like Walter Mercado always in my kitchen, right? Like, or always in my house for some reason. And I love that shit. I thought he was like fucking gangster.
Okay, so quick question and a question to you, that you're into astrology and like you said, you grew with it. Me too. Like, I knew about it because of Walter Mercado and because of the 17 magazines that
Tiger
tell
Beat,
your chart.
J14.
But do you think that, because that's a washed up version of astrology, do you think that's, I don't want to say problematic, but like doing a disservice to astrology because you grew
You
up
gotta
with
think
all
about
these-
it within the context of its time. Because I mean, back then nobody was analyzing like, oh, what's your big three? What's your chart? Blah, blah, blah. Only now that we have more like knowledge about it, I guess. Because this co-star shit that's powered by NASA or whatever. So that's the only reason why I'm like, okay, this has got to be some kind of truth.
Yes.
At least a little bit.
That's
it's some part scientific, but at the same time, it's like back then we were just kind of doing the best we could.
Right.
I think at every
And
moment.
also
in
we were,
society,
like, 8,
Yeah,
so-
yeah. So how much fortune
it-
and love could I have been really
Yeah.
like been looking into? How
Take
much
it for what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. And maybe because of our age, we also didn't like.
And it's just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no disservice to something that's like just a hobby, you know? Because that's all really it cracks down to. It's not really a belief system. So many people are like, you believe in that shit? Like, it's fun. Let me have fun, you fun sucker. Like, jeez.
Well, actually, I don't know. I kind of do think it is a disservice because I feel like because it became so like Hollywood-esque or whatever, or I just like to use that phrase whenever people just mainstream something and then they totally do the bare minimum. And they give it a bad rep because, like, putting it in magazines and saying, like, okay, you're a Libra, you can only date an Aries or a Capricorn or something. And so, like, that's what we all grew up with. And so now that people are into astrology, like, they take that as, like, that stuff's fake, it's inaccurate, it's very common.
And I think I was looking at like that because, like, myself, that I grew up around this, I don't want to, it's a misconception that astrology is, like, something you shouldn't look into, like if you grew up in a religious family like I did. And adding that to a layer that if I go to a magazine and read about it and what it says literally has nothing to do with what I'm going through in my life, I immediately disregard it as fake.
Oh, totally, yeah.
But I mean, the way they generated those like horoscopes was definitely not
I'm sure there was no authenticity to that. That's why I like this now, because now, what did I do?
Nothing. You're fine.
Oh, I got scared. Sorry. That's why I like this now, because then it's just easier to understand that there's different parts of yourself and your personality.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to all be like, oh, you're a Scorpio, you only have this part of the whole thing. Like, no, I get a little more. I feel like I deserve a little more information about the different aspects of my personality and how I navigate the world. Because before, you see a meme and like, that's not me at all. Fuck that meme. Like, now you can check every single, you can check every single one and be like, okay, I'm gonna check my big three. And like, surely one of them is bound to hit, or all three, depending on the situation. Now I understand why.
So you're a Libra.
Scorpio.
Yeah. And I'm a Capricorn. And when you said right now, that's totally a Libra thing to do. Do you mean like, like change, or do you, what does it mean?
Okay. Well, no, actually I said all Leos ever because like it's a common thing for like Leos to feel like that's not me, because they always portray us as these people who are just really like attention seeking and like leaders, and we're just, dramatic.
They're the main
Leo's
character.
my moon. Yeah, but I feel like that's the difference there is just like when people ever say that like I'm not that thing though, it's like, but which placement do you have that sign under? Because that is such a big like distinction versus a Leo sun versus a Leo moon, Leo rising, etc. We have like 11 main signs. So
I'm gonna raise my hand a lot throughout this episode because I have a lot of questions, dude, and I am really interested, and this is a topic that I really don't know anything about. So I want to learn. So you've asked me before, Luna, if I have any Leo placements, because as I've said so many times in this podcast, I'm the fucking main character in every single situation. And I like attention, kind of. I say I don't, but I really do. Yeah. So you've asked me before if I have any Leo placements, and I don't at all. But then I am self-diagnosed. And I've done like the tests and stuff. I'm a narcissist. Like I score high on the narcissistic scale.
I love that.
So what does that say when I don't? Is there any other sign that may reflect that? Like, is it okay? So it's not a specific thing to.
It's just for me because like signs. Obviously since I'm a Leo, like I read into Leos a lot. So like if I see a characteristic such as being very confident and self-assured, like I'm immediately gonna be like, do you have any Leo placements? But Caps are a lot like that too. You're just really like proud, I guess. Yeah, like you guys are always portrayed as like bosses. I have no Cap placements, I think, or maybe one, but it's like an irrelevant
also,
planet.
Capricorns are hustlers. Like,
money makers.
I've been checking out your shit, and you're a hustler for sure. So I definitely see the Capricorn in it.
I overwork myself too much. I was thinking about this last night, dude, and I'm like, why am I like this? Like, it's so exhausting to be inside my head. Like, I'm always doing shit.
But it's like you can't stop. I can't stop. Something's gotta get done. I used to have 4 jobs at a time, and it was not like I don't think I actually needed to have 4 jobs, but for some reason I was like, I fucking guess. I don't know what it was. I mean, I needed money for sure, and I was trying to find out where the money was, and in finding out where the money was, I ended up with 4 fucking gigs. And one of them was a music gig, right? So I was playing a bar once a week for like a year. And then I had like serving jobs, I had bartending jobs. So it was just like inching us every day, while also building like my personal brand, right? Of like music and everything and recording and releasing songs and doing gigs, blah, blah, blah. And doing like, all kinds of shit. But it's like, why didn't I do that? I was so exhausted after.
Well, you have a Capricorn placement too.
I do,
right?
Yeah, my rising. Okay. And when I'm at work, like, I'm in that bitch. I am 100% in there. Like, my work ethic has always been like that. I can't, like, sit still.
I know.
Relate.
Exactly. You can't relate.
I get mentally exhausted very quickly, but I do like the idea of like being a hard worker, and I'll be at work and I'm like, this is my office. Well, the thing I'm gonna do something, but then next thing I know, it's been 2 hours, and I'm like, what am I?
I need a nap.
Yes, I think my mode is I'm always mentally exhausted. But that doesn't matter to me. Like, I have, regardless of how I feel, like, things have to get done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that's
my mindset, which it's kind of not healthy at all. Because then that's like, I internalize all my...
You get, like, fried, or what's the burnout?
You internalize your worth based on what you're putting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Because there's sometimes where I'm like, if I didn't get shit done, I'm like, man, I suck. Like, that's awful.
I take it
Why do I even have this job?
myself.
And then I go home, I'm like, you know what? I deserve a rest. I deserve to get a break. And then, I cool it. But it's taken years to unlearn that, like, basing my self-worth on my productivity.
I guess that's what I've transitioned into
it's
that.
Still there, but
I'm not there yet. I wish I was, but I think I am my worst self-critic. And when I don't, if I don't do something, and I've already like had this idea in my head that I'm gonna do something, and I don't go through with it, or for some reason I'm not able to do it. Yeah, I'm like, no, pues.
If it's not gonna be perfect, why do it? Yeah,
you suck. Like,
big Capricorn energy right now in the studio.
I think that's something I've transitioned through, because in the beginning, like, I used to reflect on like how I was like as a student in high school, and I used to think I was the biggest failure ever because I wasn't like all these other kids who had like extracurricular activities and stuff they did outside of school, and like they were like top 10 and this and that. And same thing in college until like midway. I'm like, you know what? A lot of that doesn't matter. Like, it matters, but like not the way that I think it matters. And I feel like now I found some like peace and just going with the flow. Like, I know how to pace myself now.
Yeah.
And so, but I still kind of get a moment. It's like, man, I'm not doing enough. Like, if I see other people my age, like really hustling, making a bunch of money, like their own companies and stuff. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But then I have to like just look at myself and be like, no, I am doing fine. I'm doing just enough.
Yeah, you are.
Goals.
But yeah.
I wish it was like that. Yeah. Okay, so let's go one by one. Libra. When you say you're a Libra, if you had to describe it in like 3 words, what is it?
Peacemaker, indecisive, romantic.
I see all 3 in you.
100%.
Definitely. All 3. Yeah.
I definitely like, I feel the whole like romanticizing like through and through. Like, ever since I was a child, like, it's just things get attached. I get very attached to things very quickly, and not so much like in a romantic partner type of way, just like in general.
You romanticize the shit out of
music or just like moments. Like, even now, like, this means a lot to me. I'm so happy and I've been excited. Like, it's just anything, literally anything. It could be food, music, movies, all that.
And that's your son, so that if okay, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've learned a little bit because I've really tried to like
don't mess this up.
Your son is what you you portray into the world, or what the world sees. No, is it?
It's your personality.
Your son is your personality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What you're describing is your rising.
Basically,
also
how
known
the world
as
perceives you.
A mask.
So what's your rising?
My rising is Gemini. So I was wondering, do I seem
super
like a
dynamic?
Gemini?
Yeah.
Do I seem like a Gemini?
What's a Gemini?
Oh, well, that's right. I'm like looking at her like, I want you to tell me, do I seem like a Gemini?
We had this discussion the other day. I was like,
but
no,
do
that
I?
makes sense. I think so, because all the Gemini women that I've met, I think just women in general, let's get that straight. But
pro
I feel
women.
like
That's all you would
no
say.
complaints. Yeah, that's all. The end all be all is that I can love any sign as long as it's a woman. Any sign with a man, we're gonna have to do some like. We're gonna have to take some tests
compatibility.
Yeah, I don't know. Even in friendships, I'm like, oh, okay. You're Sagittarius. That's really great. But also, you're a man. So no, with Gemini women, I feel like they're so cool. I have a couple Gemini friends that they're just really, really great friends. Like very ride or die, very show up for whatever you got going on. They're gonna fucking be there. Also, really like hits a half and half of like really great nurtures and also really like fuck all. It's about me now.
They're bad bitches, though.
Yeah. All the way.
But Gemini sons, I'd say. Like,
and
they're just
super smart, too. Oh, my God. And it's always about, like, one very specific type of topic.
That's cool.
It's really fun.
My sister is a Gemini sun, and she's the smartest person I know.
That makes sense,
I feel like they radiate a lot.
My older sister.
Like, they're just strong. But when that's strong, like, I don't know. It's just like they're shining, I guess. That's how I see
so cute.
Geminis.
And very independent. Very
yeah.
independent. Also,
the Gemini.
But I'm a Gemini rising, and I'm like, it's just a front, man. He's like, I may seem like I'm cool, but like I'm totally a Libra.
Okay. And then the other one is your moon, right?
Yes.
Which is
your emotions and also known as your soul. So it's probably the thing that you most connect with.
Okay.
You yourself.
Which is also technically how you like react to stuff or like how you take things in and how you react to them.
It's the thing you're most connected to because your personality is what you know how you behave. Your moon is how you feel and your rising is how you act. So what is it?
Okay, I can see the difference because for example, like I feel a lot of things, but I don't necessarily act upon them all the time.
I do see the Sagittarius like in you. Like, absolutely.
Okay, when we get to me, I have a lot of questions.
Oh my God.
Even more
because
questions.
when you said that you don't know how to stop and sometimes you don't like how your mind works, I think that's very Sagittarius. Very exploring, just always trying to go out there and just do something different or new. And it's just like, it's never enough. Like, it's not that you're lost, but you're always looking all the time.
Yeah.
And I get that major energy of that from you.
And they're so funky and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
explains all the chucherias in the house.
I'm a hoarder too. So.
Don't call out.
Oh man,
it's my family legacy to be a hoarder. But bueno. Okay, so you're Libra,
Leo, Gemini rising.
Gemini rising. Wait, you're Leo?
I'm a Leo moon.
You're a Leo moon, which is so you feel.
I feel complicated.
The perception I have, or like what I've heard about Leos, is that it's all about themselves. No,
it's something I admire about Leos is
you explain
how,
it, please.
They're so likable. It's really hard not to like a Leo, and sometimes like that's a popular misconception. I want to call it a misconception because it can go wrong because sometimes that rubs you the wrong way when somebody is like the center of attention or like whatever. But that's also something to be admired, to be so likable in any kind of room, like no matter where you go. And I also think that it's really nice to just be able to get along with anyone. I definitely can't say the same for myself. And they save face a lot of the time by being like that.
It's because I think the part, like, 100% what you said. The part that rubs people off the wrong way is, like, sometimes maybe to them it appears that they're trying to put on, like, this front and, like, be the main character. But, like, as you can tell, like, I don't think I do that. But then again, it's not my personality. It's my emotions, right? The thing that I always read about Leos is that, like, they're very supportive. And they do radiate, but it's like in a sense of like, they're just hopeful all the time. Yeah. And I think maybe that's what pushes the energy to want to be like, I don't know, likable, I guess. But it's just because likable has a bad like sound to it. Like
has
it just
a weird
sounds
connotation to it, yeah.
Like it just sounds like if I want everyone to look at me. And it's like, obviously if you know me, I am just, don't fucking look at me. Don't even be in the same, get out. So like it's weird. But deep down inside, like if I were to say like how I feel, it's really just I want people to know that I'm there for them.
Yeah.
and that I'm happy for them and I support them, but also I feel a lot of things. But it could be my Libra. I one time read a tweet that said, like, Libras are the most Leo than Leos are. Like, they're more Leos. And I'm like, fuck, well, that doesn't help me because those are both my main signs.
Cursed either way.
I give up.
Yeah.
Is it possible? Well, I guess it's every combination is possible, right? With
I mean, technically it can be anything. And I've seen some super funky charts, and I've seen some charts that like just are, I guess, elementally they make sense.
The water fire is scary for me. My sister is a water fire. But you're all right though. Like my sister is.
Well, there's a little earth balance in there, air balance in there. But still, even then, like whenever I first read that shit for myself, I was like, oh.
You're like, is this right?
Why? It's just a fire tornado. That's what it is. It's a fucking fire tornado.
But it's good, I think, to have a lot of one element. I think because you're more in tune. It's not so problematic.
Ya me perdí. A ver.
Okay, go.
We were so
Hold
close.
questions to the end, please.
So there's elements to the signs. So like there's water signs, earth signs, air signs. I'm missing something for sure.
Earth?
Yes. Earth, air,
water,
fire,
and
water.
fire.
Yeah. So one of my favorite, that part of the whole like astrology thing, I kind of like am a little funky with, but for sure with water signs, I'm very in tune with because of course my sun is a water sign. It's about me. And so with water signs, one thing I saw that really stuck with me that like made this shit stick, right, was that with water signs, think of a Pisces. As like a tsunami, just like super insane, like hella water.
Yeah.
A Cancer, like, you know, the ocean, just like always with waves and stuff like that.
They're more controlled Pisces to me.
And then with Scorpios, it's like a really still lake with a real with a trench, with a super deep trench.
You were explaining it so well.
I felt so
absolutely.
And I love Cancer, so it immediately made sense to me. And they're super ruled by the moon, so it all made sense. But there's like the elements are just kind of another way to describe the signs. And there's like what three per element, right?
So when you
like three signs.
3
signs per element. Yeah.
So when you say you're scared of a fire water sign, it's because they have conflicting energies within themselves?
Yes. Yes. My sister is a Scorpio sun, Sagittarius moon. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, no, she does not know how to control herself.
You know what? I feel so seen because I'm a Scorpio sun. I'm a Scorpio sun and an Aries moon. And as an Aries moon, I'm ready to fight anyone. But also as a Scorpio sun, I'm like pretty like.
But those signs still make a good difference.
But with the Sagittarius, that's like the next level shit. Oh my God.
I was
PTSD right now.
I was afraid of Scorpios for a long time because of her. Like, I just thought, all of you are fucking insane. I don't want to do this right now. Like, I'm a Libra Leo. Like, I care about how people feel. She doesn't care how people feel.
That's right.
For me, like, Scorpios have this sense of, like, they're always on their toes. Like, they're ready for someone to fucking stab them in the back.
Yeah.
They're beautiful and they're smooth, but it's that sort of, like...
Always on the edge.
You know?
Always waiting.
Mm-hmm. And then she's a Sagittarius, like, moon. So she's fire.
Already,
So if she feels fire and you give her a reason to think of that fire, she's going to fucking blow up. And I'm like, I can't.
That's what I mean with fire tornado. Like, it could all go so wrong.
So you're a Sagittarius moon. So you feel a lot. Like, you're very, like, emotional, I guess, so to say. Mm-hmm. But I think
too emotional.
Yes, but your Cap sun keeps you grounded. I like totally respect earth signs.
Yeah.
It's my Venus and Mercury. I'm a Virgo. And I just feel like, oh my God, like they have it together. Like, honestly,
I love
they're
a
the
Virgo.
most.
Their handwritings are always so beautiful. It's like, I could never, not even once.
Okay. No, I haven't seen it.
I'm writing like half in cursive, half like all caps.
I don't like my handwriting. But yeah, anyways.
We're going to put that to a test later.
Oh God, no,
we want to see your handwriting. Send us your handwritings.
Yeah.
What's your rising?
My rising, what is that?
Taurus.
My ascendant. It's because okay, I go by
Even
co-star, and it's a different.
Well, they're interchangeable.
Okay, so this is literally the only reason why I keep co-stars to look at my chart. So when people ask me,
Before people
just
cancel
like,
you
and
for
it's
having co-star.
dude, and it's like, why can I never like remember them? I don't know why. I
have to delete co-star because that shit is offensive. Just every day I have so many screenshots from like I think it was for sure like 2019 2020, especially during like pandemics, like early quarantine when I was just in my apartment alone, and I would get the notification every day, and it would be some really like
snazzy stuff. Yeah.
I was like, excuse you, I am home alone. And I have just screenshots of like co-star attacking me just because I thought it was funny, you know, but it's also like, can you guys believe this shit?
Yeah.
This bitch is attacking me. It's like 8 a.m. It's not right.
Let me have breakfast first.
Yeah, before you come for me like that, Christ.
So my rising is, which is the same thing as ascendant, right?
Yes.
Taurus, which is
Cute.
an earth sign.
So
right?
2 earth
Yes.
signs and 1 fire sign. So you're more earth, and it definitely shows for sure. I do get the Taurus like vibes.
I love it.
What is
Taurus.
it? What's a Taurus like?
Well, my brother's partner, so we all live together. It's like me, my brother, his partner, my mom, my stepdad. And my brother is a Cancer, his partner is a Taurus, and me and his partner get along fabulously. And what he brought up to me is like, oh, we're sister signs, a Taurus and a Scorpio. And I totally see it because we get along like this. Like we go to hot yoga together. And we talk about all the online purchases that, you know, he's made because and it's all home stuff. It's always things for the house, and it's hella plants all over the house. It's always things to like make yourself cozy.
Homebody.
And we love talking about food.
I tried being a minimalist for a while. I was
Fuck that.
so
No.
miserable.
I
was so
cannot wait
miserable.
for that style to be like
God
outdated.
style, yeah.
I'm
Fuck
over
that
it.
noise.
Dude, I was so miserable. I was like, you know what? This is not for me. Fuck minimalism. I'm a
Really
maximist. I'm a maximist.
This
That's
is the
it.
21st century. We do not live in moderation. We
And
don't
that's
know
exactly
her.
what yeah. Don't deny yourself the pleasures that make
Fuck no,
your
just
house
so it
your
can
home.
look pretty.
But you know
No.
why? I think because of my Capricorn sun
Oh.
that I'm always looking to be productive. And I read this article that said that if you were to minimalize the decisions that you made in your day-to-day life, you were to be more productive, then I mean,
That is the cutest thing anyone's ever told me. I need you to not look at me right now because that is so on point. Oh my God.
It is?
I feel like I'm in the office just looking at the camera like, because it's so on brand. It's so on brand. A Capricorn is trying to be more productive, so they get rid of a bunch of shit. But they're also a Taurus, so they're like, well, my house doesn't feel like my home. I need to be in my home.
Tauruses are actually compared to not being lazy, but more like chill, relaxed. And then Capricorn is definitely the other side of that. So it's kind of crazy because you're both. So you may seem like you're more relaxed, but you're really like micromanaging probably about like the way you handle your life and like your day-to-day activities.
Dude, you should see my Pinterest. Like
about
I literally have a
comfort.
board for every single
I love
part of
that.
my life.
I would love
Like,
to see
I
that.
plan
That's me, but
everything.
with
I'm gonna go follow you
playlists.
right now.
Because I'm a romantic, of course. And I have to have like,
Oh, dude, I have a playlist for also every mode.
yes.
Literal.
I have a Libra sun.
Tell me how you feel. I'll show you your playlist. Literal.
I would like to get into that. I'm
Dude,
gonna follow you immediately.
please. Mira, estaba haciendo aquí ayer. I got into this idea that because I was listening to our own podcast because I'm that narcissistic. Yes, I am.
Oh, you just really support it.
And I was in the part where you were talking about ancient cultures,
God.
and about like you not liking them, like trying to minimalize like what they did. And I was like, I've never thought about that. You're so right. Even though I literally experienced this moment, and I was back listening to because I was like, that's true. Well, anyway, and I was like, you know what? Like, why have I never reclaimed my last name? Because my last name is so unique, and it's
beautiful.
it's literally a not what the word. So it's a true Aztec
It's very
last
rare.
name.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a true Aztec last name, and it's never been lost in all throughout generations.
So cool. Oh my God.
I'm one of 3 daughters, so my last name is gonna get lost in this, but I refuse to change my last name.
No, that I
I refuse. I refuse to do it. Anyway, that's what that was my thought process. Anyway, I'm telling this story to tell you now that I now have a Pinterest board of all the Aztec traditional things because I want to design a modern version of this and make a dress out of it.
Ooh.
I love
For myself.
I'm obsessed.
Because I also
You see,
design
like,
my
I don't
own
have
clothes.
that, like, that energy, that creativity.
But the thing is, and I was doing this and I was like, why can't I just buy one? Why do I have to design it myself? Like, I'm so exhausted.
That makes it more worthwhile. It gives it more value because you made it, so you put more work
Sagittarius,
into it. It requires more
Sagittarius.
work. Yeah,
But
it's
that's
about
the
making it like
thing.
very original. Only I know this concept, but it's also going to create more value because I made it, so I need to make
Exactly.
it.
Yes, and that's just to give you an example. I'm also going to New York in 2 weeks, so I've already planned my outfits,
Oh
my
my
makeup,
God.
my nails. I mean, I'm not kidding when I planned this room, dude. That side that you see
Wow.
over there, I planned it here. Like, I'm not kidding when I'm saying I literally planned this. My haircut.
I'm gonna follow you
My-
immediately.
I
That's lit. I
can't
love
with
that.
myself. But see, it's exhausting, honestly, sometimes. So that's my Taurus then. Wait, no, that's my Capricorn,
Yeah.
right? That's my Capricorn. And my Taurus is my...
It's how people perceive you. It's not really so much how you are, like you. It's just what people think of you.
So when people think of me, they think of cozy stuff.
Why do you say that's so like
Cozy.
monotone?
Oh,
cozy.
I don't know. What is Sagittarius?
Energy, exploring,
High energy.
High
just
energy?
opportunity. Like it's just go and get it. Like,
Also super creative.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
That's
that is
my
in
moon.
everything that you do. And like your workflow is because you're a cat, but it's just what you do. That's your Sagittarius.
So I'm an overworking, creative, cozy person.
I love that you attached to the cozy
What it would be
part.
like we just did it like a generator type of thing.
All the adjectives to create one sentence. I guess I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
I think once you start asking other people like how they perceive you, that's when you start kind of seeing it. Because I think we only think like, oh, surely they think of me this way, but that's not always true. I'm sure different people think of me in different ways. I always
Same.
like to joke around and be like, I'm such an asshole, or like I'm so evil, blah blah. And
You
most of
think
people,
that?
oh,
Wow.
in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm so evil. I'm like, I'm such a, oh Christ, so awful. And then people in my life are like, you're the most warm person I've ever met.
Dude, okay.
like, are you kidding me?
Look at what I
Like,
tweeted today. It's the
show
Twitter.
me.
It's because I also think of myself as a very
Yes.
dark,
Oh yeah, you like that I
sad
sing everything?
I
person.
love that you sing for everything.
I got cursed by a witch, so now I have to sing.
Let me refresh it. But when I ask people, they don't think I am like that. And I really, like, I know I'm not, but like, I think I want to be. Yo por fuera, yo
This
por
is
dentro.
so cute.
Well, when you
Very
repeat that
much
you're
that.
narcissistic, I don't think dark comes to mind. It's more like
No.
self-assured, like she's got it. That's what comes to my mind.
Yeah.
I'm also very shy when I don't know people. But then when the camera turns on, it changes. I don't know.
I was gonna
I don't
say,
know.
I
You
didn't
know,
know
You're
Notice.
very
Right away.
opposite. I'm the other way. Like it was hard for me to do this podcast in the beginning. Obviously, don't mind me. It was just so hard at the beginning. But just like talking normally, like I feel like I'm pretty casual and I can say enough. But yeah, but you're the
other-
opposite.
the other day,
You
someone
come
told
across
me,
so confident to me.
I think we weren't recording, but we were like in this, and they were like, "Are we recording?" I'm like, "No, no le he picado." And they're like, "Oh, it's because you had your podcast voice on." And I'm like, "I have a podcast." What? I don't know. Does that say anything about like within my chart, like that I don't know.
Maybe it's a Capricorn, like that need for branding. Like I gotta be this way.
Okay, yes.
My
though,
need
because
for
you
branding.
do-
You're gonna live this place with stickers. Okay. I am so into branding
Actually-
myself. No, hombre, yeah.
I already have one.
You do?
Yeah.
You gave
That's how much I love you. I support
Goals.
you and I
I'm really
promote you onto
excited.
other people.
Which one do you have?
That one.
This one. This is the.
But this one's really cool.
I would have given you.
This is the classic design.
I think.
De porque tú eres.
Anyway, branding on point.
Yeah, stop talking about me because I'm like taking over this podcast.
Me a Libra. Let's keep talking about you.
Dude, I don't mind, honestly.
A Scorpio. Yeah, let's not talk about me ever.
Here.
At all.
Because I have a bunch of them.
Yeah. Bueno.
Not these because they're limited edition.
Yes,
Only podcast members. So.
I have a little pocket just for this.
Goals.
Ahí está.
What's your son?
Oh, these bitches is my sons. I'm just joking. I have a Scorpio son.
A Scorpio.
Yeah.
Which is... What does it mean?
Awful things. Yeah. No,
Very
no.
detrimental things. Morbid,
plague.
cynical.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Scorpio men are a plague for sure. Scorpio women, though.
Everybody always says something men are the worst, and I'm just like, how
just
can you tell? Like, I don't even. But then again, I don't know like men's signs very often, so
With Scorpios, I think
can't overanalyze.
they're
them.
always framed to be such like dark and evil and mysterious. To some level, I get it, but it's also like
creepy.
I don't know. Yeah,
Not in a bad way though. Like I don't know.
But obsessive as fuck.
The Scorpio women I know, they're just very like, okay, yeah. And I'm
like,
like,
how much do you know about those women, really?
I'm like, okay.
Honestly,
a lot of people
But
have
she
told me that
doesn't.
I'm
Does
so
she seem
intimidating.
that
I'm
way?
like, I don't think so.
Because I don't get that from you. Because you're just so like, you know.
I don't know.
From when I met you, yeah. I don't know. What's
Well,
your...
that's the thing. You don't know me because I'm a Scorpio. I'm not going to let you know either.
It's sad.
That's true. Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah.
You guys hide.
There's very few people in this world that know like a lot about me. And those people, one of my biggest pet peeves, I guess to like showcase like the true Scorpio in me, is that one of my pet peeves is when somebody says, I know you. I so know you. Look how well I know you.
I can't read you like a book.
I hate it.
How dare you perceive
I
me?
hate it because someone that really knew me would never have to say that to me. And they know that I would hate it if they said that to me without me having to say it, you know?
Okay, but you, when you were like, all Libras do that, and I was like, ow, like, I'm like all Libras. My Leo, like, moon getting hurt. I'm like,
I'm not
what?
the singular.
I am a part of, like, some sort of
group?
yeah, like, what? I'm not, like, I'm honestly surprised I don't have any Aquarius, like, signs, because I definitely have, like, a God complex sometimes, or just, like, the main character complex, like, I feel a lot of what you say. I just don't say it out loud. And I just think, like, how dare... Oh, my God. And I think I said it in one of the episodes where I was just like, how dare anybody say, like, anything nice to me after they just complimented somebody on a, like, more basic level. And I'm like, we are not the same.
Yeah.
And that's so petty. But, like, I just hate it. Like, we're not the same. Don't say that.
You have to be the one.
But, yeah, when when you said that, I'm like, oh, God, I really am Libra. Like, I'm not who I think I am.
I feel like you base your own reality off of like who you are, right? You navigate the world how you are, but that doesn't mean I have to subscribe to that.
Yeah.
So
we
that's
have fixed
hard,
realities.
that's hard to let go of sometimes because when I think of people knowing me on a really deep level, like I get the creeps, and I know that that's not always like the case. But in my reality, it's like, oh, no one really knows.
So
me
you
that
have
well.
a
But there's
hard-
a couple people that do. So.
Do you have a hard time letting people in?
Kind of. It's just that I don't really feel like most of what I guess lived or whatever. I don't think it's anyone's business. And what, like, to me, it's kind of like when you get there, you will get there. If you're going to be in my life and you're going to be here a long time, then I'll let you know about all the other crazy shit I did, blah, 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 or whatever. Or, you know, secrets for sure. Like, there's barely anyone. I don't think there's a single person, now that I'm thinking about it, in this world that knows me 100%. That knows, like, all of my secrets.
I'm so curious about what you put on social media.
Memes.
Not a lot, though.
memes.
You're definitely more open, like, in person. But you see, like, how you say,
Well,
like...
that's the thing, because she doesn't feel like everybody should know her business. She's like, it's private.
But the difference between business and secrets is, like, you know, a long distance. Because my business is like, oh, maybe I'm working on this, or maybe I feel this way about the situation. But my secrets are a whole different level. That's a whole other can of worms that you got to do a little digging for, you know?
Yeah.
If you haven't, held my hair over a toilet bowl, then you don't deserve to know anything about me.
Has
That's not the standard, but still.
Has there ever been a situation or a scenario where you met someone and immediately clicked and you were able to open up to them?
I can immediately click with someone, but that doesn't mean that they need to know everything.
God, I love that. That's good. Yeah.
It's just that I feel like I want to tell people, about me, because I think that's important for a connection. And when I feel comfortable with somebody, then, we're going to share a lot of like opinions and views, and we're going to talk a lot about our, experiences through life. And I'm down to share that. If there's a connection, then I'm down to share stuff. It's not as hard as I'm making it seem right now. It's not hard. It's just that I just don't think everyone deserves to right away. I think it takes a little work. Okay. And by a little, I mean a lot.
Good to know.
I feel like I'm kind of the same way, but like, but for both things, like it's hard for me to even open up about like my opinions or like my humor when I'm just meeting you.
Yeah.
Like even though I've kind of known you, I know like not super personally, but like even being at the coffee shop, I kind of felt really like, I'm like, I didn't know what to say.
You're gonna agree.
Yeah, like. I don't know why I'm like that, and I hate that. So when I saw you, and I'm like,
you're trying to people please me.
Exactly, and I'm just
trying to make sure we're on the same page first.
Yes, I'm two-faced. Okay,
but I'm not gonna say anything because we don't know each other that well yet, so I'm not gonna say it.
But you see, but like that's the thing. Like you get it, and you can still like carry on the conversation, and then I slowly like ease my way in instead of being like, "Why are you so shy?" or like, "Why are you so quiet?" or something. And like you were just able to do that. I wouldn't want to put you on the spot like that. Like, I just don't think it's. If I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me and ask me that, why would I do it to somebody else? I think. I feel like in my head, I have the personality you have, but it's in my head, and that's all it. It's up there, and it's. And seriously, like in person, I can't.
I think of myself as a very short, shy, secretive, mysterious, intimidating person. But I don't think people perceive me that way, because that's why when you were describing yourself, I'm like, fucking goals, dude. I want to be like that.
Well, but when you meet new people, like that will come up to you. Like right in the face, like you will see like how you act, and you can't change that.
The thing is,
well, that's the thing though. I'm not shy, so when you're saying like, oh, like you're shy, or like I wish I was shy, like I don't really think I'm like that. No, she's actually relatively social. She's like you, but like in what you're saying, like me, where like it's in your head, like you feel like you're more outspoken, but you're not. I actually took a personality test. I am ENFP or J. Can you believe that? I'm a PB and J. I'm an extrovert.
I'm a YMCA. I don't know what that means.
I wish I had taken that one, because this is hilarious. I like put so much of my trust in like astrology, but that Myers-Briggs shit, I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
that takes too long.
But it does take a long time. But like once it breaks it down for you, I'm like, this really is who I think I am.
Oh, it checks out.
But then I meet you and I meet other people, and I'm like, but I'm not like that. Like, where's the fucking like lie here?
But also, I think it's wrong of us to think that we are gonna act the same way with every single person, because I have noticed this, that I am a shy person. I am a shy person. But
they're shy girl.
Pero sometimes I meet people that are even more shy than me, and I try to like make them feel welcomed, which is what I feel like I did with Luna, because she was even more shy with me. So I was like trying to like make conversation and like asking you questions and stuff, because you outshied me.
Wow. And I will absolutely do that. But if you're gonna come here with all this energy and confidence, you're going to take care of me. You're going to get me out of my shell, but I will do that, because that's the moments I feel like, wow, I'm really not as shy as I think I am. Exactly. And I go through that a lot at work whenever we get new interns, and they're just like, oh, I'm in college. It's my first time taking a class. And I'm like, I got you. Come with me.
Let's go.
You're sweeping the floors today. You're going to learn today.
Yeah, so I do think that there is something to be said about like you acting or vibing different with like it depends on who you are with, on how you act, or like how your chart shows, if that makes sense. Like certain things are more highlighted with certain people, and like I don't know. Yeah, it's like your personality, like I said at the very beginning. What is your moon?
I'm an Aries moon. Yeah.
which is
Hands on deck. Let's go. To put it in perspective, my favorite Aries that I've ever met, she's this beautiful, tall woman who gets what she wants, knows what she wants, right? Knows what she wants, she gets it, is very, like, open, honest, and truthful about everything. Leaves nothing, like, off the table. Like, all the cards are laid out. Nothing to lie about, no problems, right? And she's also a real ride or die, like one of the best people I've met in my life. Just someone that I truly admire because of her drive, and then also just because of her attitude. Her, you know what, fuck
She's the ideal woman.
y'all, yeah, fuck y'all, I'm gonna do what I want. And I feel like I do have that attitude to some extent. There's always little things that, you know, can maybe hold me back in certain situations. But I love that so many things that I admire in her can be mirrored in myself.
when it's your moon, it's your feelings, your soul.
It's your truest self.
So how does that
So I'm a
play
bad bitch
out in
my
as
soul.
an Aries?
What do you mean?
You feel like a bad bitch? Is that,
All the time.
I love how you said bad bitch.
bad bitch?
It sounds like you're calling her bitch.
I don't feel like a bad bitch all the time. But the record shows itself. I've been demonstrating bad bitch.
Don't say bad bitch by doing the Hulu thing. Don't you
I've
dare.
been demonstrating bad bitch abilities for a good while, I think. It's just some parts, of course, of my brain are like, no, you're not, dude. But the record's there, you know, everybody can see. I feel like I've done pretty well, and I can say, like, I'm pretty proud of what I do, and I know what I want, and go and get it and everything.
Goals.
Yeah.
The way I see
And I'm
it
also
is-
ready to fight.
Yeah, I can see that. The way I see it is like your moon is like in contrast of your sun, because your sun is like how you will act. Like regardless of how you feel, you will act that way. But your moon is how you deeply feel.
Oh, yeah.
So being
yeah.
an Aries, bad bitch, but like it will come
But
off.
also, like, cool
Scorpio.
it, yeah.
I have more questions, but before we go into that, we're going to cut off into audio only for the remainder of the episode. If you want to continue listening to our astrology talks,
Yes.
hop
Your
on
big three.
to Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
big
The
three.
links are on the description below. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
What if I want to be something that I am not because it's not in my chart? Can I ever